Hello, Earthlings. Good morning. Aaron here, aka AJ, aka Papa. It is May the 21st, 2020, and I'm back with another vlog to feast your eyes and ears indubitably upon my sweet little morsels of good intent, love, and light. How are you today? It's been a while since we've chatted, and I apologize for that, but we have a lot going on in the world right now, and I wanted to hop on here real quick and let you know that I am alive. Everything is okay. Life is going well. It's just been a challenge to stick with any sort of structure when there's not a whole lot of structure right now. I'd initially tried to roll out a new upload schedule and that didn't work. And there's just been things to contend with mentally and emotionally because of pandemic issues, and things are starting to reopen now, and I think that comes with a certain amount of trepidation as well. My job has not opened back up. Well, they've opened back up for curbside service, but they've not taken everyone back employment-wise. And so I have been, job hunting and doing all that. But in the meantime, I'm on unemployment, just trying to remain positively minded. For the first time in over a month, got back down on the floor and did some yoga. My back has been just in real bad shape, and a lot of it has to do with weight gain that's transpired because of inactivity and because of emotional eating. It's been not great physically and dietarily, but I think that was to be expected. I've watched a lot of health and fitness gurus who've talked about their clients having issues with emotional eating and with just stress eating. And I think that's to be expected for a lot of people. These are very real issues, and for me they are as well. And I've definitely noticed that I'm eating more than I need to, especially with the amount of sitting around and inactivity that I have going on in my life at the moment. With that being said, I'm in good spirits. My joy is in place, my contentedness is in place, and I haven't been depressed, although I do know that a lot of people have been struggling with that, with quarantine. I've been fortunate enough to not feel bogged down by feelings of dread or any sort of feelings of inundation by the amount of kind of polarization that's going on in the country right now. It's definitely half of us feel like we should be quarantined in place, and the other half of us want haircuts. And it's pretty interesting to see the dynamic that's the dialogue that's transpiring in this country right now. I have my opinions on it, of course everyone does, but everyone's got their opinion, and they're going to probably stay right where they're at, and no amount of arguing back and forth or debating the situation typically changes a person's mind, because they need to come to it authentically and of their own volition. So we will leave people where they're at and love them from where we are, and we'll just keep pushing forward. I hope you noticed that I gave myself a haircut yesterday finally. Zach and I do have hair appointments in a couple of weeks. The gal that we go to is finally opening back up, but she was so booked out that it wasn't until June 2nd, and I was going crazy. So I do have some experience cutting hair, so I cut my own. I don't recommend that. It's not an easy thing to do. I've cut Zach's hair numerous times in the past, and other people's hair as well, but cutting your own is a totally different beast, and it made me very nervous and gave me a lot of stress, but it turned out okay, and there's definitely some problem areas, but we'll get them fixed in June when we go and see the gal who actually does it for a profession. Other than that, things have been pretty good. I've been one of the few people that has been blessed to not have had any issues with unemployment and or stimulus checks or anything like that. There have been so many people in this country who have just slipped through the cracks, and some of that has to do with the way that the stimulus rolled out, and some of that has to do with the way that unemployment is structured. I know that in Kentucky they did a lot to really alleviate those issues, but gig workers were left by the wayside for quite a while, and there were just so many issues with an antiquated system that just weren't overcome. And I think that our governor did a fairly good job of trying to address all those issues, but only so much could be done in the time frame that they had to try to get it handled. And that's not excuse making, and Governor Beshear himself doesn't really make too many excuses. He accepts responsibility for that, and I think that's admirable. There's a lot that he's done that I've agreed with, and there's a lot that he's done that I haven't agreed with, and that's fine. And I think that everyone needs to hopefully chill out and just let everyone do what they feel like they need to do. I think it's so individual what people feel like is important for them to do in this situation, and I think we should allow people the autonomy to do what they feel like they need to do. That's my humble opinion on the situation. For me, I wear a mask when I go out. I don't wear it for prolonged periods of time because there are some compelling studies showing, that potentially long-term usage is not great. So I don't use it unless I'm in the company of other people or out in a store where, there's a lot of people present in a small area. Anyway, with that being said, I want you guys to know that I am thinking about you, and I am thinking about what my next project will be. This is not a dead channel. It's just a channel that is in limbo at the moment as I figure out how I want to move forward with it. I've just been daily trying to figure out how to fill the time and space with things that keep me entertained and keep me in my joyous place. And I've gotten out of the habit of uploading, and I'm gonna work on that. Languages are still going strong. I've been studying my Spanish every day, but mostly I just want to get back to being creative and back to editing and back to inspiring people. And so I will do that soon. And today was a good day for me to get it going. We're headed to Glasgow for doctor's appointments and to see some family members. And we're gonna take the day to just get out of the house and get out of the norm of what we've been doing day to day. It's mostly been wake up, go get coffee, grab some lunch, come home, find something to do. And that's been fine, but it's all centered around food, and it's usually not good food. Although I have been trying to cook more lately. But anyway, I digress. I like to yammer on and whatnot. You know this already. But anyway, I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to get this edited and uploaded and start my day. So I love you guys very much. I hope that you're taking care of yourself, and I hope that you're reaching out to people, making connection, and asking for help when you need it. And don't forget, as always, to think big, dream big, and don't ever give up on anything you love. I'll talk to you later. Bye.